Hello and welcome back to another one of our guides here on FS25. In this video we're going to be taking a look at productions, specifically the bakery. By the end of this video you should know how to place them if they're not on the map already, what you need for running it, what they produce, and if we can, what production can we put that end product into to increase profit even more. So let's get started. First off, if the production is already on the map, it's going to show in this section here in the production icon here. Then over here in the owned section, all of your owned productions will be here. If you don't own it and it's on the map already, it's going to be in the available section here. As you can see, the sawmill is on the map, but we don't own it. If it's not on the map and you want to place it, we go into the store, to the bottom here for others, into the construction menu, and again the production icon here is called factories instead of production chains, and we have it here. There is two different types of bakeries, same with most of the productions. The only difference is they will run 10 times slower and produce 10 times less over the whole month than it will with a bigger production. So the bakery here, the bigger production here is 150,000, and if we scroll down to the other bakery, which is here, that's 36,000, but this one produces 10 times less than the bigger one. So depending how much you're producing or how much you can feed it, it's probably better to go for the more expensive one because it does produce more. All you would do is just find a suitable place on the map and left click, and that will place it for you. I will say now, if you are placing the productions yourself, try and keep the ones that can have things distributed between it close together. I'll talk a little bit about that soon, but it gets very expensive and it eats into the profit. So try and keep your productions close if you are placing them yourself. Now, taking a look at the inputs and outputs from them, you can see the bakery here. We've got bread from flour, bread from rice flour, cake from flour, and cake from rice flour. Now the bread, all you need in here is flour to make bread, and it takes 90 litres of flour to make 45 litres of bread. That is classed as one cycle, and if you see here, it'll do that 120 times a month for $60 a month. If you run out of flour, as you can see here, we've got 224 litres left. If that gets down to zero, or the bread here in the outgoing productions, it's the same for cake and all productions. So if you run out of incoming material, or you max out the outgoing products, it will keep running, but it'll still charge you the $60 a month, or however much that it costs per month to run. It'll still charge you that, but it won't produce anything. So keep an eye on what you need to move at the outgoing side, or what you need to put in to keep it running. If it does run out, we'll just put cake flour here because we know we don't have enough. It says it's running, it's going to figure out it hasn't got everything it needs, and there we go, it says materials missing, and over here it's got an exclamation mark. So at this moment it's running, but it's not producing anything because it doesn't have the required ingredients, but it'll still charge us $60 a month. So just watch that. If you have an exclamation mark here, or it says here materials missing, keep an eye on that. But we'll deactivate that now so it doesn't cost us money per month. So for the bread, we've worked this all out and done the calculations for it. So based on the 120 cycles a month, with this being one cycle, you will need 10,800 litres of flour per month, and that makes 5,400 litres of bread. So you're going to need 10,800 litres of flour in the bakery every month to keep it running 24/7. At the best price for bread is $5,991. That is based on the game in easy mode. It will decrease quite rapidly between the different stages of medium and hard settings, but based on the easy settings it's $5,991 at the best price. That would give you $32,350 a month. The rice flour is slightly different. We only need 6 to 8 litres to make 45 litres of bread, but it costs $72 a month, and instead of 120 cycles a month, it's only 48. So we get significantly less. We only need 3,264 litres of rice flour, and that's going to make us 2,160 litres of bread. Again, bread at the best price gives us $12,581 for the month. Cake is a little bit different. We need quite a lot of ingredients. We need 8 litres of flour, sugar, milk bottled, eggs, butter and strawberries, and that's only going to make 21 litres of cake. The milk bottled, You cannot take milk straight from your dairy parlour to here. It needs to go through the dairy and be bottled first, then the dairy can come here. This is where we said earlier, if we go in here and we choose milk bottled, you can see it's set to distributing. We have storing, selling and distributing. So when it makes enough of this, it's going to put it from the dairy into the bakery for us. But if it's set to storing, it won't. We have to move it manually. So if you've got the dairy set at the other side of the map from the bakery and you set to distributing, it's really going to eat into your profit because it will charge you for moving that pallets, and it is not cheap. The further in distance you've got between your productions that you want to distribute between, the more it's going to cost you. So it's very advisable, keep your productions close together if you are building them on the map. If they are there as standard and you choose distributing, it's going to cost you a set amount based on that distance they are apart. So just bear that in mind when you come to do that. But for here, we need 384 litres of the flour, sugar, milk bottled, eggs, butter and strawberries. That's going to produce 1,008 litres of cake a month. Cake at the best price is $10,791, which means it's around $10,877 in total. For the rice flour, it's still the same, 48 cycles a month, $60 a month. It'll produce 21 litres of cake. Everything's the same apart from rice flour. We need 2 litres less. So based on that cycles and amounts here, we're going to need 384 litres of everything else. And the rice flour, we only need 288 litres. But cake is the same, 1,008 litres of cake would give us $10,877 for the month. So looking here, here is the raw ingredients. This is the flour you would put in, and your rice flour. And then here we've got a couple things. We've got the milk that's bottled, we've got eggs, and the final product, we have cake and bread. Now if we jump back in here, you can see we've got 387 litres of bread that's already been made, but there's nothing there in the spawning point. The cake is 1,000 litres and the bread is 1,000 litres. So you need 1,000 litres of it to be made before it'll spawn the pallet. So if you've got 999 litres, you need to put in the products to keep it running to make that 1 litre or several litres or however far away from that 1,000 litre target you are. If you haven't reached it, it won't spawn a pallet. Don't worry, nothing's broken. You need that full pallet amount before it will spawn. So they'll spawn in here in this yellow and black hatched markings. Same here for the little one, it's going to spawn here. To put the products in, you go to the tip and trailer icon in between the black and yellow hatch markings. And for the big bakery, that's round here. If you do have a few of the same productions and you're not sure which one needs filled up, you can go over to this icon here, which is the spanner, and press R. And that's going to take you to the exact production. In this case, it's the smaller bakery here. If we go over to this one here, it is going to take you to the bigger bakery. There we go, so it moved from this one to that one there because that's the one we're standing outside. So if you've got several of the identical productions all running, one of them's low and you don't know which one it is, you can just see it if you scroll through the menu here and you see one's low, stand outside it and it'll pinpoint the exact one that needs whatever it needs, and then you can top it up that way. But I hope that has explained the bakery and shows you what you can potentially get from it every month. So if you liked that video and you got something from it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and it keeps you up to date with all the videos we post in future. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one.